Hello all and welcome to the next video here in the Onion Man's Rooftop 2 at a cow caravan of treasure. Sometimes bartered. The streak continues as it always will, and we are back with another Tales from the Mailbag. If you notice the thumbnail, we got a lot from the mailbag. There's a couple of unexpected journeys. Yeah, so cool. Kind of pause there for a moment. We've got some Big Bad Toy Store orders, quite a few actually. We got one Amazon box and a few store pickups. I just want to preface this real quick, is in the thumbnail you might notice a couple of bags that have some gaming items in them. I will not be looking at those in this video. I will be doing a retro rewind, let me get that right, for those games. I took a very unexpected trip to Dallas. Usually I go in the middle of summer to go visit my brother, but he invited me in the middle of January to go watch a Mavericks-Knicks game. I'm a huge New York Knicks fan, so I jumped on that opportunity, and that was awesome. So, yeah, took a quick trip to Dallas, spent one day just kind of going around different places, stopped at a couple of places I've been before, and then a couple of places that I had not been before, one of which, when I get to the gaming video stuff, I'll kind of go on a rant about, because it was I don't know what else to say. It had a lot of cool stuff, but just, I don't mean to call out a business, like a local business like that, a small business, but it just was not very professional, and the products I got from them did not hold up to their little guarantee they had. Let me just put it that way. But I'll go about that when I get to that. But I did stop at a couple of other places, and then I even stopped on a couple of places on my way back, like on the road. So didn't find much in that regard, but it'll be fun to take a look at. So first things first, one of the first places I went to while I was there was a place that I had not been to there before. Actually, you know what? I'll start with the place I have been to before. So I went to Dallas Vintage Toys. It's probably my favorite just central toy store in Dallas. There was another one that was really cool that had a lot of loose toys and some other cool stuff called Dallas Fort Worth Toys, but that one appears to be kind of temporarily closed. It might even be permanently closed, I don't know. But Dallas Vintage Toys was not, so I went ahead and I picked up a couple of figures from there. The first one I went ahead and picked up was I want to believe this is the newer one. It might not be, though. It might be an older figure, but oh well, I needed one. I picked up a Marvel Legends Bucky, a movie Winter Soldier. So pretty cool there. There you can see the price, $24.99, which is basically what we would have been paying for that one that was supposed to come out. And this might be it. I don't know. Did that figure ever actually come out? I remember for a while there was a Bucky figure that was supposed to come out, a Winter Soldier Bucky figure that was supposed to come out, and my Big Bad Toy Store order got canceled along with a lot of other people's orders from different websites. But it was cool to see it there, so I went in and picked it up. It's loose, but it's complete with the alternate head, the guns. It's even got the dagger in the back, so happy to finally have a Bucky. This is another one that I was really excited to see, and pretty much immediately was like, yeah, gonna have to get that figure. So yeah, actually, you know what? I'll just show it off here. I picked up a Jimmy Hart. I was hesitant to get a Jimmy Hart because some of you might remember that I opened up Earthquake, and I got a couple of the Jimmy Hart pieces that came with that. It was the Royal Rumble, I believe the Royal Rumble Earthquake set. And that set came with a Build-A-Figure Jimmy Hart in like a pink suit. And this one is Jimmy Hart in the actual kind of Hart Foundation suit, which I kind of like a little bit more with the music notes on the tie and everything. So pretty cool. Comes with the megaphone. So yeah, I don't have to finish building the figure. And what made me want to get this was I noticed getting all the parts for the figure to complete that Jimmy Hart was going to run me anywhere from $50 to $65, somewhere in that range, just to complete it. That's not counting the piece I already had. And Jimmy Hart was only $29.99, so went ahead and picked them up. and I guess I'll just kind of throw in the Build-A-Figure piece with something that I sell, or I don't know, throw it in a lot or something. I don't know. But either way, those were what I got from Dallas Vintage Toys. There are two more things I picked up from Dallas Vintage Toys that I wasn't expecting to get there. They do have a tiny video game section. There's not much there. There are a couple of really cool high-priced items, like an in-box copy of Earthbound for the Super Nintendo, which is pretty cool. Way out of my price range, but I did pick up two N64 games that I was looking for from there. So that was pretty cool. They were pretty cheap. They were reasonable. They were in good shape, and they were tested and working. The guy tested them for me, which I thought was awesome. He just showed them to me right there. I was like, cool. So picked them up. And you'll see those in the video game retro rewind video. I'm not going to show them here. But I did pick up two games from Dallas Vintage Toys, and I left the tag on there. That way you could see which games they were. So, yay. The next one, this was the first store that I went to that I had not been to. I went to two stores that I had not been to before. This was the first one, and it was really cool. It was called, let me see, I have the receipt in here. Madness, like Macho Madness, Madness Games and Comics. Now, this was not a video game store by any means. When it says Madness Games and Comics, it was all tabletop. It had the most board games I have ever seen in my entire life in one store. Like strategy board tabletop games, Warhammer, D&D, what is it, Catan, whatever. I saw multiple versions of that. I saw a few games I have, like Munchkin, different variations on that. Games I'd never heard of, games from like Europe and Japan. It was just the biggest selection of board games and tabletop strategy RPG games that I have ever seen in my life. Like, think of like a small Walmart, like one of the like eco Walmarts in smaller towns, with nothing but like half of it was board games. And then the other half was pretty much nothing but Funko Pops. It was nothing but a giant Funko Pop place. And then like maybe a quarter of it was actual comic books, which were mostly new books. I didn't see a lot of old stuff that I was looking for, so didn't really bother to get anything like that. But I did pick up 3 Funko Pops and a random Funko pin, which the guy threw in for free. So that was cool. So that's what's in... Oh! I saved it. Almost knocked over my camera, but I saved it. Okay. So that is what is in this bag. So, hold on here. I'll make sure everything's still straightened out. I think we're good. All right. Oh, that was close. First one I got. I'm a big Borderlands fan, even though I think Randy Pitchford is a petulant man-child asshole. I am a big Borderlands fan, so I got the GameStop exclusive Gentleman Claptrap. They had it there. It was pretty cool. Reasonably priced, only $15 for a GameStop exclusive. Not bad. I'm sure this guy was pretty cheap when like he was discounted at GameStop. He may still be discounted at GameStop. I don't know. But I like Gentleman Claptrap. It's my favorite version of Claptrap. I love Claptrap in general. I used to have the big Borderlands Handsome Collection Gentleman Claptrap in a box. But I eventually got rid of that because I just... I had never displayed it. It was still in the box, stuck in a closet, and I was like, I'm just getting rid of this. So cool to find the little Funko of it. So, yay. The next one I got a old school Fallout Vault Boy. So yeah, pretty cool. You can tell it's one of those old Funkos because it's got that old body style. This is pretty cool. If they had the Deathclaw... man, these are all good. Like, I wouldn't mind it. Like, I probably wouldn't get the Wanderers, because, like, I feel like those are more player character centric. But I'd probably get these four. Like, if I found the Brotherhood of Steel, Feral Ghoul, Deathclaw, and Super Mutant, I'd probably get those. As many of you know, Fallout is a big inspiration for the name of the channel, the Rooftop 2 at a Cow. So, yeah, I have, you can't see it in this shot, but if I go up a little bit, there's the bottle cap Vault Boy, the little bobblehead. So, get everything back settled here. I gotta stop moving stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. You also see old Sigmire over there, the Onion Man. But yeah, that's kind of one of the namesakes. I'm a big Fallout fan, so and it was the same price, $14.99, so not bad, reasonable. And they were on sale. That's why I got them. They were buy two get one free, so I ended up picking a third one, which was kind of random because they had a ton. Like the way this store was sectioned was really cool. So you had all your Marvel stuff. You had like in one spot, all the DC stuff in one spot. There were more anime Funkos than I could possibly ever tell you about because I'm not a big anime guy. But they were all sectioned by individual anime. And then there was like a video game section that was a little riffraffy. It was one of the smaller sections, which was kind of disappointing. So like Gentleman Claptrap was cool, and then I found Vault Boy, and I was like, oh cool. But then I kind of got stuck looking for a third Funko. I didn't see any in the DC section I wanted or needed because I really only I've cut back a lot on Funkos. I only get classic characters I really like, and most of them are kind of newer Funkos that didn't really hit. There was a cool Swamp Thing Funko, but it wasn't the Swamp Thing Funko I wanted. So that kind of sucked. But I did eventually find one in the video game section, and I was actually kind of really happy when I found it. Because it's one that I had seen at GameStop and I never pulled the trigger on. So the one I ended up getting for free was the werewolf, specifically the golden werewolf, the super werewolf, if you will, from Altered Beast. I love Altered Beast. It's probably top 3, if not top 5 Genesis games for me all time. So I thought this was really cool. I love the werewolf from Altered Beast. It's awesome. That awesome cover art right there on the back. And it was just kind of like behind a couple of other Funkos, and they didn't have the regular brown werewolf. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten it too, to be honest. But they had this golden one. I saw it. I was like, oh, there it is. That's the one I want for the buy two get one free. So boom. Ended up with those 3 Funkos, and then I was just talking to I don't know if he was the owner or the manager or who he was, but I was just talking to him. I was like, hey man, like I've never been to this store before. I've been to a lot of other toy stores and video game stores and et cetera, in the Dallas area, Dallas-Fort Worth area. But I'd never been to this one. I didn't know this existed. And he was like, oh, cool. He's like, well, since this is your first time, you can go grab a Funko pin. And so he let me grab they had a bunch of Funko pins in like a discount bin for like $5 a piece. And he told me I could just have one for free. And they didn't have any I really wanted until I found a kind of in the corner. There was like 5 of these Colossus Funko pins, these big pins, and immediately I grabbed it. Anybody who knows me, I've mentioned it on here before. The X-Men were kind of my first love in comics, and Colossus was like my first favorite comic book character. I probably wouldn't be a fan of comic books if not for Colossus. And it's a classic Colossus. It's even got the classic knee pads with the little black triangle on the bottom. So really cool. I like it. It looks great. It's shiny and chrome. To Valhalla he goes. These are all pretty cool. I don't know if I would have gotten Storm or Rogue. I might have tried to get Wolverine because it looks like a first appearance Wolverine, but they didn't have it. I didn't see it anywhere. But they had like a few of these Colossus, and that was the one I went for. So ended up buying 2 Funkos, getting 1 free, and then because it was my first time there, homie threw in a free Colossus fig pin, so that was cool. Or Funko pin, whatever you want to call it. So really cool. It was an awesome store. He said they get new Funkos like every week, so definitely a store I'll go back to. I would like to get into more tabletop gaming. I'd love to give Warhammer and D&D a shot one day. I've only ever played Warhammer video games, so actually playing the tabletop game I think would be kind of fun just to learn it. But I would definitely go back just for the Funkos. They had some other stuff, like those overpriced mini backpacks. They had a lot of those. A lot of dead stock McFarlane toys. Nothing worth getting. It was like your standard like that Suicide Squad set with the King Shark Build-A-Figure that's still everywhere. That set was there. It was stuff like that. Nothing I really needed or wanted. So that kind of sucked, but I was cool with it. Yeah. Didn't really find any actual figures. They did have a few Marvel Legends, but again, it was a lot of dead stock Marvel stuff that you see at a lot of other places. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my camera still. But nothing I really needed or wanted. And that was pretty much it for that store. But really cool store. And right in the same shopping center is where the video game store that I really have an issue with was. Like, we saw it across the way in the same plaza, and my brother was like, "Oh, we should go check that out," and we did. And it ended up in hindsight being a bad experience, but I'll get into that in the rewind video. So yeah, as far as in-store pickups, I didn't find anything else in Dallas in store-wise, except for the video game stuff that I'll show off later. I went to a few different Walmarts, couple different Targets, just no hits. It's interesting. Almost every time I've gone to Dallas the past few years, I never find anything at the Target or Walmarts. I find more in my own hometown and one of the small Targets that's like 30 minutes, or not Targets, Walmarts that's 30 minutes away from me. I find more at those two Walmarts than I do anywhere else. Sometimes I'll go to Lubbock, Texas, and I'll find some cool stuff at a Target, never a Walmart. But sometimes I'll find cool stuff at Targets there. In this case, nothing. We went to, I think, 3 Targets and probably 4 or 5 different Walmarts. Nothing. Not a single thing. It was a lot of old stock. Stuff that's like even been off the shelves where I live for over a year now. They had like that Strongman. One of the Walmarts had the Strongman X-Force set with like Black Tom Cassidy. I was like, yo, that's like what, 2 years now? Like, that's where we're at? And then like their McFarlane section was just as bad. So, yeah, nothing there. Disappointing. On the way back into town, I stopped at the Walmart that's like 30 minutes away from my hometown, and I found a couple things. This was cool. They had a lot of stuff discounted, so I'll show that first. I got a tiny Christmas tree ornament. I know Christmas is over, but I'll put it on the tree next year. I got a tiny little rock ornament, WWE rock ornament. They had them on sale at the clearance rack for $1. So tons of ornaments. Nothing I really liked or needed, but I found this rock one. So that was cool. Picked that up for $1. And then one of the cooler finds, because I hadn't seen this in a store yet, but they had the whole set there. This is the only one I got. We've got a Elite Series 106 Paul Bearer. He looks great. It's a great likeness. He's big, he's rotund, he's Paul Bearer. He comes with the regular sized urn, and he comes with the big urn, which is kind of cool. If you remember around WrestleMania, 11? When is that Taker and Bundy? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it is, because that's like one of the worst WrestleManias of all time. WrestleMania 11, Undertaker versus King Kong Bundy. And around that time, he has like the really big giant urn or whatever. So they actually gave him that. He looks cool. He's got like the blackened eyes, like he's undead and everything, kind of ghoulish. So it looks really cool. This set's really nice. Oh yes, in the Attitude Era, the ghoulish manager of The Undertaker turned his back on the dead man and introduced the world to the monstrous Kane. He's a WWE Hall of Fame inductee. So you got Roxanne Perez, Paul Bearer, who is the Chase. I almost got this Roxanne Perez, I'm not going to lie. Ended up not, but Paul Bearer is the Chase. I think he comes in like a blue suit as well. Yeah. You know what would have been cool is if he came in like the black suit with the red tie, like when he was with Kane again. That would have been cool. Chad Gable, I think it's like supposed to be like a take on the Ministry of Darkness, Paul Bearer. But anyways, Chad Gable, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. It's in their red garb. And I think this is Sami Zayn right after he turned face again. Did we ever get a proper Sami Uso figure? I don't know. Either way. But yeah, cool find. Glad it was there. I didn't see the Chase Paul Bearer. I would not have gotten it. This is the Paul Bearer I want anyway. So cool to see it. Don't have to order it now. So really fun about that. Then on my way back into town, I stopped to get gas. And across the street from the gas station I stopped at is my Walmart. And just went ahead, popped in real quick. Didn't find much, but I found a couple of the Mario figures that we haven't seen in a while. That it feels like they haven't really updated that line in a while, but they finally did. And at my Walmart, I got 2. I got Diddy Kong, and finally we get a Donkey Kong. I'm so excited. I get a lot of the not a lot, but I get the characters I really like out of this. I think if you're going to get Donkey Kong, you might as well get Diddy Kong. So I got them both. And they had a few of each one. I don't know who else is in this set. I don't think it says, does it? No? Okay. But, you know what's hilarious about this? There's packaging errors. Or is it supposed to be that way? I guess it's supposed to be that way, huh? Because it says Diddy Kong, but then Donkey Kong down here. I'm guessing that's letting you know, oh, other figure you can get in this line. So there you go. I thought it was a packaging error. Who knows? It might be. But cool to have them. Got the bananas. Got the barrel. Awesome. Really, there's not many more of these that I would want. I don't think we've gotten a proper Toad yet. So Toad would be cool. And Bowser. Bowser is the main one of this like 4.5-inch line that I want. I want a Bowser. So yeah, need me a Bowser. So that was cool. Came back into town and my Walmart had some stuff. Pretty happy with that. It took my Walmart, it felt like a while to finally get some new stock. Like it felt like throughout most of the holidays, like from November through December, like nothing new really popped up. Even with Christmas and the holidays. Like a lot of, like video game consoles and TVs and big stuff, and a lot of knick-knacky toys like your Barbie stuff, your Hot Wheels, things like that, race like play sets, but no like just figure releases really. So nice to see that the two closest Walmarts to me finally got some new stock, and I was able to get some things that I wanted. So that's nice. First up in terms of packages. I have 1, 2, 3. This is one, right? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Big Bad Toy Store boxes here. One big Amazon Prime box. You might know what that is if you're familiar with toys that are coming out soon. A couple of small bags. And then I have a Big Bad Toy Store box, but it is not from Big Bad Toy Store. It's from Cranky. So we're going to open that first. And the reason I say we are going to open that first is because this is a couple of different things. You can tell he basically, it was a thing so big that he had to make a box out of another box and like make it fit. So kudos to Cranky for being able to pull that off. But it's a couple of things that he picked up for me and I PayPal'd him for. But also in here is his Christmas gift to me. So we're gonna take a look at that. That's why it's already open, because when I got it, we do our little annual across the country gift exchange, and we'll talk to each other and then go from there. So the first thing that he got me was pretty cool. I'll go into the Christmas stuff he got me. The first thing he got me is actually a Christmas ornament. I got him an ornament as well. So it was pretty ironic. We both ended up getting each other ornaments. He's a real big fan of the Big Lebowski, and there is like a little kind of Funko-esque Hallmark ornament of the Big Lebowski, of the dude, and I got him that, and it was really cool. He was really happy. That's like his favorite movie. He got me the One Ring from Lord of the Rings. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so I thought that was really cool. Definitely going on the tree next year. Yeah, that was awesome. It's in this weird kind of box. It's like in a weird slipcase. Anyway, that was awesome. I was happy for that. And then the second thing he got me, I'm not going to exactly show you what it is. But I'm going to cover up the code for it. He got me the like masterclass thing for to do like Alan Moore's little class thing. It was pretty cool. You can do Alan Moore does there's like a creative writing course that he I guess recorded, and you can go in and watch it. I thought that was really cool. I like Alan Moore. Hopefully by the end of that I'm not sucked into some Cthulhu snake god cult, but we'll see. And then he got me a Christmas card. It's actually a really cool card. It turns into like a whole little set piece, so that was really cool. So thank you, Cranky, for the Christmas gift. It is awesome. This summer, when I have more time, I will for sure be using this Alan Moore card. I'm excited. I'm ready to summon some old ones. I know that's not what that class is about, but it'd be great, huh? If you know, you know. Alan Moore's just a weird dude who's into that stuff. Okay, on to the things that I actually paid for that he got sent to me and then I PayPal'd him for. I still haven't found this at any of the Targets I've been to. I've seen the regular one, and I think in a previous video I showed off the regular one that Cranky sent me before, but then he found the Chase. So we finally got the Chase $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase in the white tuxedo. This is the one I really wanted, so really happy to get it. It comes with an old man head too. Won't be using that, but yeah. Not the greatest of likenesses on the younger head, but I like it. It's kind of him laughing, his iconic laugh. The normal one is him in this green kind of outfit, which I never liked. I always liked him in either his original like kind of black suit or in the white. The white kind of reminds me more of his team with IRS, but still, I like it a lot. And there you go. So happy to get that. I never opened the one in the green, so I'll be getting rid of that. I actually put it in a figure lot that I put up for sale. So yeah, cool. But glad to have this one. Definitely will be opening this white one. I'd rather have this one way more than any of the others. So I'm down with that. And then also from Target, this was pretty cool. I'm glad to finally have it. I've seen this actually at a couple of different places, a couple of different Targets, but I knew Cranky had already picked it up for me. So I just hesitated on buying it. But we finally have, I don't know how I'm going to show all this off. Let's see if I can get this kind of without messing up my camera here. There we go. We finally have the WWE Then Now Forever 4-pack. Then Now Forever Together. So yeah, this is an Elite 4-pack. Pretty wild to even see. These came out right around the time those classic blue rings with the cage came out. So yeah. We got Hogan, which I like this Hogan. Not necessarily that I'm a Hogan fan, but I like this Hogan because I think this is the first time we've gotten like the old green belt that he won from Iron Sheik. So that to me is pretty cool. We have a updated Rocky Maivia. Happy to finally have a cool Rocky Maivia. Kind of one of the only Rock variations I was missing in terms of Mattel. Sorry, I was taking a drink there. I have the old classic Superstars Rocky Maivia from Jax, but I never had an Elite Mattel Rocky Maivia, so that's pretty cool. The only other versions of the Rock I would really like to get is I still don't quite have a good like comeback Rock when he had like the goatee and he wrestled John Cena at WrestleMania 28. I still need a Rock for that kind of era, and then I also still need a Rock. I want a Rock with the purple and gold gear that he wore from SummerSlam 98. That would be awesome. The ladder match with Triple H, and he's wearing like the Brahma Bull, and the logo is gold and it's trimmed in purple. It's like LA Laker colors. I've always loved that outfit on that look for his trunks, and for whatever reason I don't think we've ever gotten that in Elite form. So an updated Rock with that would be really cool. But we got Rocky Maivia. We have Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin 316. It's him in shorts, double knee braces. So I guess it's old Austin. Pretty basic, but cool. Glad to have Austin. And we got Becky Lynch. I believe this is from one of her WrestleManias, right? One of her WrestleMania attires. Is it the one she went up against Bianca Belair? And she was heel? Might be wrong on that. But it's a cool 4-pack. You got Hogan. You're kind of star of the 80s, kind of like prime Hogan here. You got Rocky Maivia, old Austin, and kind of your modern superstar Becky Lynch. So pretty cool. God, I just keep hitting the camera today. Apologies for my phone. Okay. And then there's the back if you want to take a look. Nice. Yep, cool. That'll be fun to open. He was going to open this and like bag up the figures and then send them to me separate. But he just ended up making that box instead. So either way, it would have been cool. And that's it for that box. So yeah, Got the Christmas gifts from Cranky, pretty cool. And then also the Ted DiBiase in the white tuxedo, along with that Then Now Forever Together 4-pack, which is a Target exclusive, by the way. If you're looking for that, those are both Target exclusive. Million Dollar Man's part of the Legends line, and the Elite Legends, and that 4-pack is a Target exclusive 4-pack. So there you go. Before I get into the Big Bad Toy Store boxes, since I got so many of them, I might do the Amazon box first. I don't know. Oh, I know what these are. Okay, yeah. So I got these from these two packages. They came in at the same time from U2's. I was kind of surprised because I know what these are. I pre-ordered one, and then a few months later, I pre-ordered the other one, and they came in at the same time. That was kind of weird to me, but I'm not mad about it. I previously have gotten some stuff from U2's before. I've picked up, because it's sitting next to me, the Iron Fist Alexander from there. Also, I have, if you can see him right there, that little Bigfoot from Club Cryptid. And these are kind of related to that, so I'm super excited. Oh, yeah. Every time one of these goes up, I have to get it. Nice. Okay. So I got the Club Cryptid Mothman. Is that what it's called? Club Cryptid, right? Cryptid Club. I'm sorry. Yeah. I follow if you don't follow Cryptid Club on Instagram, go do it. They're funny little comic strips with cryptids, and this is the Mothman Light. If you know, you know. Love it. He's going over there next to Bigfoot and Lucha Thanos. Also, a part of that is this one, which I am also excited for. Oh, yeah. Aha! We've got the Cryptid Club Chupacabra. If you remember the old red and blue Chupa thingy. Anyway, yeah. Oh, he stands. Cool. It looks like a little tiny kangaroo, kind of. Little purple alien kangaroo thing. I love it. So, I like the Club Cryptid stuff. I think it's cute. Anybody who knows me knows I love cryptid stuff in general. So, big thumbs up on these. These are pretty cool. So, super excited to have these. They're going to go over there. I'll put them over there in a minute. The only one I didn't get was, I guess, the very first one that U2's did with Cryptid Club was the night, what is it, the Night Walkers or whatever, the Night Crawlers, is it the Fresno Night Crawlers? The little ghost with legs. They did that one. I didn't know that, and I guess I missed that a long time ago. Like, that's probably like a year ago. So if anybody has one of those and they're willing to get rid of it, hit me up. I really want that Nightcrawler to continue the set. So yeah. Okay, now we can get into the actual boxes here. This is the first one. It is the only one of the Big Bad Toy Store boxes that is in a regular brown box. This kind of happened a lot during the holidays. I'm guessing they just ran out of their standard boxes and were kind of shipping stuff out in brown boxes. So yeah, because if you know, like, Big Bad Toy Store has their own, like, branded box with the logo on it. This one is not one of those. This is just a normal box that they ship this in. So let's get it. I know a couple of the things that are in some of these boxes. I just don't know which box is which. And there's a couple of them I don't know at all. Like, I just know a couple of things that shipped and are supposed to be here. This is one of them. Okay. Perfect. Oh, we got a sticker. It's a new sticker. Interesting. We've got a couple different new stylized stickers recently. Okay. Cool. So I knew this was coming. Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock. Although I think this is a little bit more accurate to No Way Home. He looks great. I've heard a lot of people say this is an early Figure of the Year contender. If not, at the least, like a Marvel Legends of the Year figure. Early contender. I've heard a lot of people say this is better than the Green Goblin one. We're going to find out. But yeah, glad to finally have that. So Super cool. Next one. I don't know what's in this long box, but we're going to find out. Mailbag Toy Store box. Almost dropped my box cutter. Okay. Find out what's in here. Oh, okay. Wow, this is kind of... Feels like I ordered this not that long ago, and it came in kind of quick. Apologies. No sticker in this box. They're probably thinking, this guy's stealing all our stickers, man. We pre-order so many things. Anyway. We got the G.I. Joe Classified Mutt Junkyard. I like it. Got a junkyard to go with the rest of our line now. And we got Mutt. Kind of, he'll be a good companion piece to the Timber that we got with Snake Eyes. Looks good. Looks so angry. What is Mutt? I mean, he looks kind of like a Rottweiler. Either way. Got some cool guns. He's got a nightstick. We haven't seen that yet. Kind of just a standard pistol there. He's got a knife. Looks like he's got some goggles, the helmet. Nice. He looks pretty good. But I think the star of this is going to be the Mutt figure. Kind of like, well, the Snake Eyes and Timber set was awesome either way. Like, that Snake Eyes was a good take on the original classic Snake Eyes before he had the katanas. Before he was like an actual kind of ninja. But that Timber was really cool to have. And I think this is going to be the same way. Like, Junkyard looks really cool, but I think Mutt is going to be, like, really awesome here. So, yeah. Interesting that Hasbro's kind of delving into animals. We've seen Timber, Mutt, the Cosmo Build-A-Figure, which I still got to finish. I want to finish that Build-A-Figure. So, yeah. That'll be fun, though. I love the G.I. Joe Classified line. It's one of those lines that, when it first came out, I was real hesitant. But the more I've delved into it, the more it's like, man, these are really good. And I think it's one of those lines that, like, for all of Hasbro's faults, like, especially with the Star Wars figures, I don't know why Hasbro just seems so content with screwing up Star Wars Black Series toys. But I feel like lately their Marvel Legends have been getting better. But drastically, since it started, the G.I. Joe Classified series has gotten better and better. It's pretty astonishing. Excuse me, taking another drink there. I would actually go on to say that just from a consistency point of view, the classified G.I. Joe figures might be Hasbro's best line. There's like almost none that have been bad. Maybe a couple of those early ones, but even then, like, they were updated pretty quickly and really good. Next one. Speaking of Marvel Legends, okay, I forgot I ordered this. Wow. I'm not surprised I did, though. We finally have a classic Vision. He looks pretty good, too. Is he pinless? He is. That's cool. So we got pinless Vision. Yeah, needed a classic Vision. The old one's a little bit harder to find. Didn't really feel like getting the Diamond Select one because then it'd kind of be out of scale. There are some characters getting a Diamond Select or a Marvel Select, if you want to be specific, works, like Hulk and some of the bigger figures, but not for Vision. He'd be too tall. This is cool, though. I like it. I know Vision's tall anyway, but still. The Build-A-Figure in this set is the Void, who, I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about. Who else is in this? Squadron Supreme Power Princess. It's kind of your Wonder Woman look. That would be an easily customizable Wonder Woman, probably. Who else we got? Marvel's Crystar. New Warriors Justice, Vision, Namorita. I almost got Namorita. I did not, though. Namor, kind of the newer version of Namor. And we kind of got a little bit of a re-release Black Panther. So, not too bad of a line. And kind of a random line. I'm not too familiar with the Void. He looks like... I don't know what he is or what he's supposed to be. He's gnarly looking. It kind of looks like a spider, crab, crustacean, bug man from outer space, I'm guessing. Somebody said that, like, because of the way, like, the plastic looks, like, if you look at it, it's kind of like this weird, it's not quite translucent, but it looks that way. Somebody said he looks like a giant worm gummy bear. Like a giant bundle of gummy worms. Which is kind of nasty when I think about it. But, cool. Glad to have a classic vision. Definitely. I'm glad we've kind of gotten some decent classic legends recently. Like the Power Man Luke Cage. Blade, even though that Blade needs a little bit of updating. Yeah, nice to get a few little classic characters. Some updated classics. Okay, let's do this kind of fat box. So, next one. Okay. What is this? Oh! Snap, is this both of them? It is. Man, I forgot I ordered these. Okay. New packaging. Alright, I'm down anyway. Give me a minute. I'm down if she's down. Anyway, so I mentioned a minute ago, Warhammer. I know a little bit about Warhammer, not a lot. I've never played the actual game, but I've read a lot of, like, lore books and different, like, wikis on Warhammer just because I have a passing interest. So I got a couple of the Warhammer figures. I've actually gotten a few in the past I think I've shown off on the channel. I don't think I've ever done a proper unboxing of any of the Warhammer figures. But I think I've shown off, like, oh, I got this Warhammer figure in because I thought it looked cool. I picked up the World Eaters Corn Berserker. I'm sure it's not corn, but that sounds hilarious to me. He is a berserker of corn. He will spin around like a Diablo berserker and create crop circles. Anyway, like, he looks cool though. He's kind of got this like red demonic look going with horns on top. Again, don't really know much about like these guys, but I thought he looked cool, so I picked him up. Then the other one I got, this one I actually kind of do know a little bit about because it's one of my aesthetically probably my favorite of like the different Warhammer groups, I guess you will. I got the Space Wolf, Wolfguard. My plan is to change out this head. I'm not a big fan of this like weird kind of mohawk head. So my plan is to actually, I've seen a few people already do some customs with this guy. So I'm going to get a custom helmeted head and put it on there. But I do like the Space Wolves. It's probably my favorite little section of the Warhammer stuff. I like their kind of like, to me, they kind of represent the most of like, if a Viking sort of like clan evolved into the Space Marines. And I kind of like that aspect of it. So, like, I wish we kind of had this guy, like with the mustache and everything, as opposed to like this mohawk dude. But it is what it is. Those are cool. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I will do an unboxing of these just because me not being as familiar with Warhammer, if it's going to be worth it or not, but yeah. Okay. Got another fat box here from Amazon. Boink. This one I don't know. Kind of like the Warhammer one. I don't know what would be in a bigger box like this. I'm going to guess it's multiple figures again. Could be wrong on that. It is. Oh, man. Okay. Again, with this, this is interesting. Finally, look, got another sticker. Yay! Okay, so... Oh, wow, that's a lot. We have some Super 7 Thundercats, Mongor and Rataro. Mongor, is this the one I'm thinking of? Is a gnarly looking SOB. Regardless, fascinating that most of the Super 7 stuff that comes in now is not being shipped in... watch, I'll show you. So, like, they're not shipping in the boxes anymore. Normally, you would get, like, these from Big Bad Toy Store or Super 7 itself, and within the box, they would be in a shipper box on their own, and it's kind of like an extra layer of protection, I guess. And I don't know if it's just to save on shipping costs, but all the ones I've gotten from Big Bad Toy Store recently, such as a couple of the Ninja Turtle ones, what else was there? I think it was a couple of the Thundercat ones as well. It was the Toxic Crusaders ones. Have not been shipping in the boxes. They've just been shipping in the plastic. So, is what it is. We'll go ahead and take a look at these guys real quick. I'm not going to open them, but let's show them off a little bit here. Since they're not in a box anyway. So we got Rotaro. He looks pretty cool. And then we got Mongor. If Mongor's the one I think it is, he's a gnarly looking dude, man. I actually don't remember him from the cartoon, but I got him just because of how he looked. Like, look at this guy. Like, what kind of skinwalker monster is this? He is like a purple skinwalker, like, I don't know. Yeah. Either way, cool. Yeah, look at that. That dude's gnarly, and he's got a scythe. You can't tell me this guy's just not evil as shit. Anyway, I need to go back and kind of watch whatever episode he is in, and go from there, because he looks cool. And then watch he ends up being like one of the worst villains ever. That's how usually those old cartoons end up being. Okay, so we got one more box here. Perfect timing, because I just heard my washer stop. This is the Amazon box. You can see the Amazon tape there. I know what this is. It actually, I ordered this late. I did not order this when it first went up for pre-order. I waited almost like a whole month and a half before I actually put in my pre-order. And it stayed up for pre-order that whole time. I don't know if it's just because it was not a popular figure people wanted, or if it was like, oh, way to go, Amazon, with like no packing at all. God bless. This big box, and the only packing in there is some of that thin paper that is just crushed, and one side of the box is completely just bent to hell. Oh. Oh, God. Alright. Oh, this doesn't have a window. Windowless packaging from McFarlane. Alright. Yeah. Does it at least show what he comes with? Yes. Okay. So we have the Gold Label Multiverse Lobo and Space Hog. So it comes with Lobo, the Space Hog, his space motorcycle, and his little dog. I can't remember the dog's name. Yeah. I am like low-key a Lobo fan. I'm not the biggest Lobo fan, but I do think he's kind of a classic DC character that's fun to kind of read, and in the right situations he can be really fun. I had this Lobo figure, and the first version of this Lobo figure, and it was a okay figure. I think the biggest issue with it was the head sculpt, because you kind of have this like classic Lobo look, and then this like weird like head sculpt that looks like with the long hair and the, I don't know, there's just something off about it. It didn't seem right to me. So I ended up actually getting rid of that Lobo a while back. I didn't keep it. But then I saw this go up, and I know some people are like, well, he has the same thing. Well, he also comes with an alternate head sculpt. He comes with the spiked hair. Now that is the Lobo I remember. 90s, spiky hair, batshit insane Lobo. I like it. So I will definitely be using this head sculpt. Not the other one. Not this one. That looks... See, like that? That looks awesome. This whole thing looks awesome. He comes with the stand, too, so that's nice. So that'll be fun. It'll be fun to open this up. As I said, Amazon decided to not put any packaging protection in that big ass box. So over here on this side, my box just got completely bent to hell. I'm sure the figure and everything is fine, but still, just like Amazon, like between Amazon and Walmart, I don't know who's worse. Amazon's worse. Like, I'm just gonna say it. I know there's people who really complain about Walmart's packaging, but at least like with Walmart, I'm gonna get a couple of those bubble air things. I know they suck, but like still. But I feel like more often than not, Amazon just throws things into a package and hopes for the best. The absolute worst offender of that, with Amazon at least, is when they pack video games in bubble mailers. I cannot stand that. If it's a used game and you're packing it in a bubble mailer and you're putting in bubble wrap in the actual video game case to protect the disc, cool. But if it's a brand new game, sealed packaging, there's no way to put any insulation into the case. It sucks because a lot of times I'll get a game and I can hear it rattling in there, especially with PlayStation cases. PS4, PS5 cases are the absolute worst for that if you're ordering from like Amazon or anywhere that's going to ship you a game in a bubble mailer. So there's my little rant on mailing stuff. That being said, I think this is going to be cool. He looks way better with the spiky hair and everything, so that'll be good. Put that off to the side. We got a lot of great stuff. Random Warhammer stuff. The Doc Ock figure that everybody's saying could be a figure of the year contender. Junkyard and Mutt over here. Random pickups like Jimmy Hart and Winter Soldier. The Funkos from that Madness Games and Comics place. Awesome Paul Bearer fig. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Cranky sending me Ted DiBiase. Classic Vision. The WWE Then Now Forever set back here. So a lot of really fun stuff. It was I'm sorry the video ended up being really long. Sometimes that just happens. Like I said, I was out of town and a lot of these came in while I was gone. So when I came back, it was like, oh man, these boxes. But yeah, really cool. These are all going to be exciting. I kind of caught up on a lot of my unboxing videos. So this gives me more stuff to kind of film. So happy about that. And yeah, that's it. It's a lot of stuff. And hopefully later today, I can go ahead and just start unboxing a lot of it and film that stuff. Got to clean up, get rid of these empty boxes though. But that being said, that's it for this video. If you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You do not have to if you do not want to. And I know it was long, but I'll check you out in the next video.